Number 5 is endless lists in creation mode. For example, you go to the entrances and you have all these names and you have pretty much no idea what they mean because they're all weird. They're all like weird references to wrestlers, and you have to go through each and every single one of them to see how they look. I don't know, maybe once you hover over something, it can show you in a small box of like a key highlight moment of it to make you understand exactly what kind of an entrance this is. Because man, when I'm creating a wrestler, man, I'm going through all the moves and everything like that, it takes years, it feels like. Now, fair enough, they've been improving on a lot of these subjects, especially when it comes to moveset. You can like filter them so many ways. You can favorite stuff as well, but do more of that. And number 4 is something you should do less of, which is MyGM. That's right, less of MyGM. As a matter of fact, take it out of the game, goddammit. Who needs MyGM? It's really honestly just another universe mode where you can now earn money. That's all it is. If you're gonna keep MyGM in the game, merge it with universe mode, make universe mode better, or take it out entirely and focus on something else, maybe a brand new mode. Because let's be honest with you guys, like let's be honest with each other, the last 2 years the big game mode has been trash. It's been absolutely trash. And you go back and look at SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 and people talk about, oh my god, MyGM was so good back in the day, and then I don't know, I see all these YouTubers start their series off like, all right, we're gonna play so much of GM mode, man, and they do one episode and they realize it's boring and then they leave it off. Because let's face it, GM mode in 2K23 and 2K22, it's boring. SVR 2007 or 8, it was boring there as well. I mean, like the idea is cool, which we already got, especially today, universe mode. Like I said, merge that shit or get rid of it and focus on something else, and do the exact same thing for number 3 as well, WWE 2K Showcase. Speaking of a boring, miserable experience, MyGM at least is something we have not seen like for a while. I was gonna say before, but obviously it was brought back into the game. Showcase has been in it for, yeah, about 10 years now. Started in 2K15 officially. After 30 years of WrestleMania, we had CM Punk, John Cena, we had in-game cutscenes, right? We had Triple H and Shawn Michaels. Speaking of game, we had so many other cool moments, like one more match with Christian, again, in-game cutscenes. Right? It didn't cut off the real life footage. The animations were cool. The objectives he had in the matches were cool. It wasn't a boring, very tedious tutorial for the game. The fact that you pay for the accelerator and you still have to go through the entirety of Showcase mode is kind of freaking ridiculous. This mode has no reason to exist besides marketing. That's literally all they're using it for. Oh, let's do one about Rey Mysterio so we can do marketing about Rey Mysterio. That's it. The gameplay. They literally say go F yourself with the gameplay. And then as a YouTuber, none of us can really publish the gameplay either, because every 2 seconds it cuts into actual real life footage, and so we're entirely done. If I was gonna do that, I would open up WWE Network or Peacock or whatever and watch it from there. I think each and every single year 2K Showcase is a sad excuse. It's a slap on the face for us consumers who are actually paying money for this game. So my stance is either improve this or take it out of the game, and it looks like you're never going to improve this, especially in the last 2 years. It is the worst thing I've ever seen, so just take it out. Just get it out of here. In fact, number 2, get the stun system, blocking and all that dodging, you know, all this. Get it out of there. Like, this really feels wrong for a wrestling game, and it's so freaking weird, especially the dodging. It feels so unnatural. 2K themselves did an official tournament, right? And when you look at the gameplay, it's a whole mess. Like, even if you're a wrestling fan, you have no idea what's going on. It's ugly to look at, man. Like, if you're gonna do a tournament, maybe make your game looking better. Like when you watch Tekken, for example, it's so cool. It's so cool. You can understand who's skilled. You can see those dodges. When you watch CSGO, again, it's understandable because those games have what they need, right? What makes sense for them. Dodging, weird. Blocking, weird. Stun system, like what is going on? What is going on? You've done better in the past, 2K. Again, same thing. Either get rid of these completely or change them up enough where they fit into a wrestling setting. And that's the way you can keep them in the game. Because right now, all they do is take me out of it. Take me out of it. Like when I'm having a serious match and I'm gonna RKO someone and they just do this. They just do this. No, I thought you RKO. Let's go. You know what are you gonna? What is everybody? Daniel Garcia? You know what I mean? Like, stop it. Get some help. And then number 1, the super villain, the worst of them all, is of course my mother effing faction. Another thing that came in with WWE 2K22, and I gotta say this is scary. This is basically my team, super team, or whatever you see on NBA, on FIFA, on NHL, NFL, any other sports game that have sold their soul, that are terrible each year. Like, I always think that we're super lucky for now. Like, as wrestling fans, we actually get decent upgrades. They at least tried to do something cool with WWE 2K22, but man, if you look at other sports games, they're in a rough shape. And look at NBA, for example. It's the lowest rated game on Steam. And each year, my faction has been getting more and more invasive. This year, it's gonna get even more invasive, by the way. As a matter of fact, they started to shut off WWE 2K22 earlier than usual. So it's just a couple of months right now. But let's go to 2K27, for example. It's probably gonna be immediate shut off. Just like, again, all the other sports games. Because why? Because they need you to play my faction. They're gonna bring out all these models. They're not gonna develop Showcase anymore. But they're also not gonna develop Universe One. They don't do it anyways. But they're not gonna do anything else anymore. Just focus on my faction. And if you want to do anything else, screw you. You gotta go my faction. You gotta grind for that stuff. As a matter of fact, don't grind for it. You can pay for it. So pay us money. That's gonna be the tagline of WWE 2K27. Believe me, like, I'm predicting the future right now. It was, what is it? Last year it was like, it hits different. 2K27, screw you, give me money. My faction is a disease. It is bad, and it's gonna get worse every single year. It's gonna be the reason, the downfall of WWE 2K games. I don't want my faction anywhere near me. I don't want my faction anywhere near WWE 2K14 or 2K24. See, even thinking about it messes my mind up. God damn it. But let me know what you don't want in WWE 2K24. To be honest with you, it was harder to come up with stuff that I don't want than the stuff I want, because there is a lot of things you can add to this game. That is what I observed while I was making this video today, which I think it's kind of interesting, right?